Come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk, I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in two.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop. At the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
You ain't doing nothing today. Shit.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 33 and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
11. Hey, gun.
Mike 27.
On first down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. This complete to the former Longhorn Marcus Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
60. 56. Quit talking about it and bring it. SOS, SOS, 59. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Stafford on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Hey, 70, 32.
Watch out.
From the 39, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. That's right, baby. Middle. Mike's 5'4.
Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
21. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Show it up. Show it up.
12.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Zero.
56.
Hey, Delta.
56.
Hey, easy.
Keep it up, guys. Much 56. Much 56. We want this.
Tony.
So that'll back him up 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
3 bucks.
Easy, alert.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Sims. He's got it. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Zebra. Greystone, travel.
Check 50.
22. Hey. I-7.
56.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, 22!
From the 50, it's Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And the catch made by Johnson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hey. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Alert!
5-4. Watch run.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Slam. 40 got. 40
On the ground, this is Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
So we got man.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set. 280.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
0.
Mike 56.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
I don't even know why this team showed.
On second down, Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10.
Come on now, let's go.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
X3, 218, chopper.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, easy.
Quick the edge.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Come on, boy. You better be alert. Hey. Bravo.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, come on, oh. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Stafford on third down. Toward the pylon, caught. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Tight dog.
Big 20.
Under 10.
Blue draw coursers.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go. Go!
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Watch the curve.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180!
Double.
Well.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Check. White.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Stafford here coming off his pick 6. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Check, Mike 54. Buzz. Easy. Check. Watch 54. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Stafford now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Alert!
Shoot! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Big 20. One set. Check, Mike 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey. Check the call. 50.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Mike 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
They'll run with McKissick. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let him know.
Monday.
Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Danny. Hey, exit.
54. Mike 54.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss two in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Here's Coleman. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Flush to his right. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 5 at the 27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Come on. Check 37. 21. 65. Check.
Garoppolo now. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. Hey, check Mike, 27.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
11.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 16-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the run.
Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Double right.
Hey, alert 3.
On first down, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
59.
Right there. 54. Right
Go.
You're not ready.
Hey, one set.
From the 31, Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. It's a big play there for the Lions, and even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, D.
Mike 7.
Stafford. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A fourth quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year.
Oh, you got D? Hey.
Mike 54. Mike.
Double right. Hey, Haywood.
On 4th down, Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
The 10-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Easy.
56.
Hey, Echo.
56, right there. 56. Watch the screen.
Now Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown of the new season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go!
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
and they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Garoppolo to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Here we go. 180. Lock. Watch the run. Hey, dude. Check right, 27.
Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here we go.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Hey, check Alpha. Check Mike 27. Come on, the ball. Mike 27. I got you. Got D. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike.
To throw is Garoppolo. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Double dog, that's the way. Out. 32. 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54. I'm coming. Mike 54. Zebra. 54. Man, that's trash.
To throw again. Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike, set. Got a 20. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Hey, orbit. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming for 10.
Stafford now to throw. Going up top. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing